Hello, hello. It is your Astro Coach Sarah here for Wellness Astrology. This time for the moon in Cancer. This is April 3rd through the 5th. And so kind of continuing the conversation that we've had with the moon in Gemini and the moon in Taurus. It's like, this moon in Cancer, it's, it's your body. The moon is at home in Cancer. However, it's going to have the first quarter moon square with the sun in Aries. Obviously, it's going to square now Neptune in Aries. And then as it moves along and conjuncts Mars into the fifth, it's going to join Mars in the trine to Saturn in Pisces. And so again, this is, we don't have Neptune in Pisces to soften the blow. So it's really going to be like, we've talked about like Mars in Cancer being that like mama bear protective energy with this first quarter moon square. And I think I mentioned in the Libra full moon, with the sun and rising sign video, there's something about that full moon that's going to really have you taking a look at where are you protecting your peace. Well, this is a good time to start feeling into that. Where are you protecting your peace? Where are you protecting your health, your well-being, protecting your home, protecting your family, all of those sorts of things. Like, what are you doing to prepare for those? Because not only, Mars is coming off that square to Chiron, but it's coming into the trines to everything in Pisces. And so, this is going to be fairly watery, good time to stay hydrated, could be some watery earth activity. Once again, I'm filming this on the 29th, so Saturday, and I'm filming on a Saturday night because we're supposed to be getting storms on Sunday. Otherwise, I would have waited. But so the point is that, being attentive to water and water sources, liquids as in fuels, medications, things like that, you know, are going to be an ongoing concern. Health, as it relates to not only your physical body, but like health as in healthcare, health systems, hospitals, institutions, prisons, things like that. We've talked about that with the nodes in Pisces and Virgo, are going to continue to be an ongoing thing, a theme throughout the next year and a half. Well, I guess we're a few months into a year and a half, but you know what I mean. It's going to be an ongoing theme. But with this moon in Cancer, it's definitely a good time to really check in to your physical body and be attentive to your home care, house care, things like that. Maybe even your family or maternal things. Like, these are all themes of a moon in Cancer. And where can you be more protective? I know, I'm pretty sure in my state, I live in Illinois, there's some issues going on with like homeschooling and stuff like that. So I don't know if that's happening in other places, but this could be having to do with parenting children, and the best interest of children. Of course, we have like things going on with the Department of Education dissolving and reshuffling and things like that, and how that may or may not be affecting children. And that could affect moms and how moms react or respond to different things with regards to the education of their children. So those could be some themes that could come up in these few days here with this moon in Cancer. This is also emotional, and with that Pisces stellium going on, grief, and things like that, processing some emotions. You're still in that process of like letting go those parts of yourself that can't go on with the next level up of your journey. There's still parts of you that you have to um, let go of. And maybe that is for you self-compassion, that you don't give yourself enough compassion for needing the grace and the space to rest. You don't give yourself enough compassion if you don't get all of your chores done, or the order at which you get your chores done, or the amount of chores you get done. It's really okay if you don't do all the dishes or put the laundry away on the same day. It's okay. Things like that. And so this really could be a go with the flow couple of days. And I know there's a lot of people out there who like to be like really in control of how life goes, but unfortunately, those people are going to have a very rude awakening because if they haven't already, because unfortunately, we're in a time and space where you've really got to go with the flow of how things are playing out. There are going to continue to be surprises and continue to be things changing, especially now that we have Neptune in Aries. Um, and so be attentive to yourself, your body, your home, your physical home, your structural home, and things like that. And yeah, so this is an interesting week because this is kind of brand new energy with that Neptune in Aries. It's like, okay. So again, I feel like Neptune leaving Pisces, it kind of took away the buffer of Pisces, and now we're going to get more Saturnian disciplined pushes to be more disciplined about how we do life, how you do projects. But I think it's also going to be like more discipline in regard to, are you being a victim or are you being a leader? And if you're being a victim, how can you not be a victim? What circumstances in your life can you change? What circumstances, what things can you just let go of control of? Because no matter what you do, you won't have control of it. And what can you control that you're not controlling? Because what happens when you try to control everything is you actually miss with the things that you can control because you're so busy worried about the bullshit that you can't control. So I think there's a lot of interesting energy that's going to come up now that Neptune has left Pisces. But that being said, we do still have Mercury in Pisces retrograde. So, I mean, thinking clearly about things is probably not high on people's, ability scale right now. We did get the devil in reverse. Oh my God. I don't hate this card in tarot. I hate lore. Just like lore. He's like my least favorite character. He's just evil. But the devil in reverse is actually like seeing what you thought was, it's seeing through the illusion of what you thought was the bad, but is actually good. It's kind of like this whole thing with the Department of Education. Like if you actually do your research and do your homework, the things that I thought would be, because I did do my research and I did do my homework, and things had been reshuffled before the Department of Education got reshuffled. And if I'm being completely honest with you, I said a long time ago that I think that the ADA, the Americans with Disabilities Act, and the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act needed to be rewritten because they were both written and signed into law before the fucking internet. So, yeah. Anywho, but my point is that you got to see things for the good, even if they look bad, right? Even if the experience, it's kind of like when I was coming out of a bad relationship, I had to see how that relationship was of a benefit to me, even though did it suck to experience it? Of course it did. But it also like made me see the light of how bad some of my other relationships were for me in the long run. And so it's kind of like that. Like you don't see the negative effects of something until it's like blatant. But once you see the blatant, um, when you see the blatant effects, then you see all of the subtle effects. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's what I feel like with the devil in reverse. I'm sorry, I don't mean to poo-poo on the devil card in tarot. I don't like lore. He's just a nasty character. So I kind of dread that card in this deck, but not overall in the grand scheme of things. Ooh, the Lover's Upright. Oh, I kind of like this. Because yes, your self-compassion, your self-love, your ability to care for yourself needs to get cranked up on high. You need to accept parts of yourself that you find, that maybe aren't up to others' expectations. But it's kind of like I said before, like I know I need to be purposefully restful, even though to some people that may look like I'm being lazy for a couple of days. I really don't care because it doesn't affect them. So why do I care what they think of that, of what I do? I know that I need to rest to regulate myself and my nervous system. So this is that self-compassion, self-love. You need to accept parts of yourself, even though other people may label it as something negative or whatever. It doesn't matter what people label it as, right? It doesn't matter that people judge me or criticize me for being a napper or a restful person because they can go 90 miles an hour every fucking day. That's good. I'm glad that they can. I can't. And I'm okay with that. So there are parts of you that you need to say, I accept that I need this opportunity to rest. I accept that I need to go to the gym 3 times a week and lift weights. I accept that I need to eat a certain way of nutrition to support my overall well-being, even if people don't like it. Y'all, I was a vegan for a long time. I grew up in a farm family. Okay. I was vegan. Hello. Okay. Get what I'm saying? Like I was vegan for like 3 to 5 years, I think. And I grew up in a farm family. So you can imagine how well that went over. But I insisted I was vegan. I wasn't eating anything with a face. And so, but that's what I'm saying. Like you have to be okay nourishing yourself in whatever capacity, whether it's information, nourishing yourself with food, nourishing yourself with rest, nourishing yourself with a massage, nourishing yourself with, whatever supplements, without worrying about what other people have to say or how people criticize or judge you. So you put that with this devil in reverse card, meaning the good is actual or the bad is actually good. Again, don't let people frown on you for doing what you need to do to care for yourself. Don't let people frown on you for having love and compassion for yourself. Don't let people poo-poo on you for doing what you need to do to support yourself. Okay? Get it? Okay. Let's see what's up with the angels and ancestors. This is really a time to take a stand for yourself and let it be okay what people think of you. Because guaranteed, people get super judgy about dumb shit. That's not their problem, not their circus, not their monkeys, not their business. But people think they got something to say about it, and it doesn't matter in the end. All right, we got the stag, and this is trust and thrive. Yeah, 100%. This goes right along with that lover's card and self-love, self-compassion. You have to trust your instincts. You have to trust your primal needs, right? Primal is like primitive, right? That's like feeding yourself, nourishing yourself, basic self-care, those sorts of primal needs, right? You've got to trust that you'll thrive doing what you need to do for yourself. And it's okay that other people have a problem with it because again, you're not their circus, not their monkeys. So there's and also other people's problems are not your problems, right? They may have consequential effects on you. I know I'm experiencing that in some kind of ways right now. They may have consequential effects on you, but again, how do you exit yourself from the equation so that the consequences of other people's stuff doesn't affect you, right? So that you can trust and thrive, right? So lots of things going on here, but all of it comes back to this is a moon in Cancer. This is the ultimate self-care. This is the ultimate be attentive to yourself, what you need, and be okay with what you need to support yourself. So that's what I got. I'll talk to you guys on the next video. Take care.